What are some of the ways AI can benefit your business?
Welcome to Click AI Radio, where you'll learn the secrets to transforming your small to medium business. Grant has been helping businesses transform using technology for over 30 years. Advanced technologies like artificial intelligence have been available only to large companies and advanced technical teams. Grant will discuss how you can use to leverage AI and other technologies to grow your small to medium business. As a gift, Grant is offering his ebook, AI for Sales Growth, at clickairadio.com. Now, here's your host and biz tech geek, Grant Larson.
So with some of the current talent shortages going on currently in the US, the challenges for businesses to find employees or employees that are going to be best for your organization, it got me thinking about what are ways in which I could ask AI, please make my job easier, right? What are some ways that I could make better decisions, whether it's finding the right employees or whether it's building my business with the right business partners? And I stepped back and said, wait a minute, what are the benefits of AI for business? There's many hyped out there for sure. Let's look at a few of these, all right? So one of these is around efficiency and productivity gains, for sure, right? That's certainly where we're looking for the benefits of improved operational efficiencies for the organization. There's a case study that I saw. This was from PressItTaste.com. They were actually talking about an AI restaurant, about an AI-driven restaurant. And in this restaurant, they had experienced some slow service times in their drive-through. Also, when people came into the lobby, service was slow. There was a high rate of employee turnover. There's all the human aspects of that, certainly, in terms of being a great leader. But that aside, they looked at AI to see if it could identify some inefficient operational areas. What came out of it was the AI helped them improve the speed of their service by 21% during rush hours. Right, that's a really decent improvement. The other was they improved the efficiency of their kitchen by 53%. So the amount of time it took to actually get the order in, get food turned around, get things cleaned up, get food prepped, that sort of stuff. And then, of course, their sales, they said, increased exponentially as well. All right, so looking for opportunities to both minimize your costs as well as to perform improvements in your operational efficiencies. That's certainly one of the areas for productivity gains. So that's benefit number one, or a benefit. Another benefit to consider, which is fairly similar to this, but it's all around improving the rate at which you do business, right? The speed of your business, perhaps. One of the things that we found in this area is that it's key to focus your AI questioning on specific scenarios of your business. So the idea is, rather than try to eat the entire elephant, so to speak, metamorphically, that's not even a word. Anyway, rather than trying to eat the entire darn elephant, adjusting the AI models based on where you're focusing is critical. So create smaller AI models focused on a certain business scenario. All right, number 3, new capabilities and model expansion. And of course, when you think about AI sometimes, right, that's when we tend to think of other things like, Elon Musk, or, what they're doing with Tesla, or, the autonomous cars, all that sort of stuff. Certainly, there's those models out there for sure, where new business models are being created because of AI. But for most of us, as we're getting started with AI, that's kind of a step beyond where we typically see the organizations go for. Typically, you'll tend to start with an efficiency gain, sales improvement gain, some things like that. And then as you grow, then new opportunities for capabilities start to emerge. All right, here's another one that's kind of interesting. It has to do with better customer service. So AI can benefit in those areas as well. And there's an example that I love on this one. As we've all seen, you've probably seen where Domino's Pizza, they are monitoring. So when you call and say, hey, I want a pizza, they've got some AI listening and they're trying to figure out, hey, is that Grant? Oh, that's Grant on the phone at the Larson home. Well, then order that guy some Cinesticks, right? Or upscale, upsell them on that, right? So the AI's listening, it's determining who's on the phone, and then prompting their order takers to customize coupons based on who it is they're talking to. So, quote unquote, better customer service. That might be one example. All right, here's another. Another benefit is around monitoring of your business and how to improve that. Lots of times what we found in this area is this requires the AI model to be running somewhere. There's kind of two approaches to think about AI models. There's the approach that says, hey, just give me some of the insights of what you see looking backwards. And then there's also the aspect of using AI in the course of doing your work. And this permits AI monitoring, right? So here's the idea, right? It's as you're going through a particular sale, while you're in the act of doing the sale, the AI model is running somewhere and it's queried, right? It might be out on Amazon or Google Cloud or Azure. In any event, it's running out there and it's watching those business activities, and it's giving you some quote unquote real-time insights or feedback, like, hey, the probabilities of this being a good client for you has dropped dramatically, right? Or perhaps probabilities are high for a good one. All right, so improved monitoring certainly is a key area, and it takes a little growth to get to that point when you've actually got the AI models out there running. But you don't have to wait for that to start getting the AI benefits. If you back up, you can start getting the analytics much sooner to put yourself in a position so you can turn on the monitoring. There's another one here. Another benefit tends to be around reducing errors that people make. I guess what I'd say here is this is a key reminder, I think, that one of the benefits of AI really is I think we should view it as augmented intelligence. It needs to be looked at as something that causes you to think or rethink what you might currently be doing. And sometimes the reduction in human error comes because the AI saw something that causes you to rethink your processes, and then you make changes. And sometimes, and many times, those changes are beyond what the AI saw, but the AI served in that scenario as a trigger or an instigator of the change. So in that sense, it can help catch human error. But you should always challenge it, right? And so we want the AI to inform us and say, oh, here's things that our brain couldn't see. But sometimes, it doesn't mean the AI is always right. So we want it to augment your intelligence for sure. All right, here's the one that I sort of started with was around talent and talent management and using AI to gauge things like employee sentiment, although I worry about the whole Big Brother thing, right? Don't really want that. But to monitor the sentiment for sure. I'm not necessarily talking about employee productivity or things like that. Did they log on to their computer at the right time? I'm not looking at that, but the way in which they interact or talk or think about things, right? Or to monitor or evaluate the nature of the behavior of your business partners, right? Do I have the right business ecosystem in place, and are these in fact going to be the right business partners for me? And using AI to augment my talent management, both internal as well as to those external organizations as well. So AI can be used to leverage those kinds of things as well. I'm interested to know, what are the highest value areas for you? You can check out clickairadio.com and subscribe and let me know what you think. Hey everybody, thanks again for joining, and until next time, plan out your business AI benefits.
Thank you for joining Grant on Click AI Radio. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback. And remember to download your free ebook. Visit clickairadio.com now.